Hi guys, so it's Ask Me Anything time again. So for those of you who have not seen my previous Ask Me Anything video, basically I put up this monthly kind of question on my blog in which I asked my readers to kind of ask me anything, and then I answer those questions in a video form. So this is that video. I'll start with some of the questions I got this time and some of the questions that were missed out from last time as well. Let's see, the first one is Anusha asks, best color combinations to wear on festivals. I don't know best, I think it's a very personal call, yeah. I think I'm like partial to like pink and gold or coral and gold or orange and gold. So I think I like those color families much more than greens and blues. So that's what I generally tend to wear. So yeah, I think sorbet colors with gold is my preferred color combination for festivals. So Embellished asks, what's your favorite piece of clothing for the winters? Favorite piece of clothing I think would have to be just V-neck cardigans in bright colors, or V-neck cardigans with like motifs or just cute, you know, like cartoons and stuff drawn on it. I'm like a sucker for anything cutesy in the winters. So the next question is from Shruti. She says, I have a concealer question. I use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and while it hides my circles effectively, it ends up looking cracked or powdery by midday. It doesn't look like second skin. I use an eye cream under it, then use MAC's brightener, and then finally the concealer. What am I doing wrong? I'm not a makeup artist, so I'm not sure if I can even answer this correctly. But the thing is that I've tried the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and it's such a heavy duty concealer that it's incredibly drying. Like, I know you're using an eye cream under it, but I have found that even when I use an eye cream under it, after some time the concealer ends up looking very cakey, especially because I have dry skin. It starts looking powdery. I would just say that, you know, sometimes instead of opting for a very heavy coverage concealer, compromise on the coverage. It's okay if a little bit of your dark circles show through. Just get a more natural looking lightweight concealer. That's one of the reasons I actually switched to the tinted eye brightener from Bobbi Brown, is because it's really lightweight. It might not cover my dark circles 100%, but at least it doesn't end up looking like cracky and powdery and stuff. So that's what I would recommend. So the next question is from Vichy. She says, do you ever get conscious about work? I think I was. Like, when I initially started blogging, it was like a secret blog. I didn't want anybody in my office to find out, and I was like mortified when in my office somebody found out that I write about lipsticks and blushes and I'm clicking selfies like this. Like, can you imagine how embarrassing it is if I'm leading a team of 5 people at work and the people who I'm leading are going and reading my blog and seeing selfies of me with makeup on and showing tutorials? Like, that was really embarrassing for me at first. But I think I just grew into it. I think at some point of time you just stop caring and you're just like, this is what I enjoy doing, it's my life, and you gain more confidence in yourself. So I definitely think the fact that my blog started doing well gave me that confidence to not really care, and that's what I am like right now. Even with my videos, initially I was really conscious about how I'm going to look and whether people are going to like it or not, but now I've just realized that I'm doing this because I have fun doing it and I hope you people like it. But if I start feeling conscious about it to kind of cater to people, or you know, to do certain things which will maybe please people, then it's not going to come off as my videos anyway. So I think now I'm at a point where I'm proud of whatever I do, but I was at a point where I was very conscious of my work. I just think it takes time and you get through it. So Aisha says, what's your best eyeshadow palette according to you? Eyeshadow palette, I think it will be either the Revealed palette by Coastal Scents, or it would be the Sleek palette, which is the Oh So Special palette by Sleek. I don't think any Indian brand can really rival those two palettes. They're really good quality, they're really cheap, and they have a lot of like neutral eyeshadows. So anytime I have some tutorial, in fact you guys would have noticed it, anytime I'm doing a tutorial, I'm usually just picking up these two palettes. So yeah, those two are my favorites. Monal says, what are your winter clothing and makeup essentials? Winter clothing essentials, V-neck cardigans, woolen tights. I have these awesome tights which just look like regular tights, but from the inside they're lined with fur. So they're the warmest tights ever. Like, from the inside they're fur lined, but from the outside they just look like normal cotton tights. That's an essential. I like just bomber jackets and leather jackets a lot in winter. Makeup essentials are essentially just night creams and just a lot of hydrating creams. So the Philosophy Miracle Worker is definitely a winter essential for me for skincare. Shreya has a lot of questions. Okay, 5. I'm going to try and answer as many as I can quickly. She says, what's your day-to-day work? How did you get into this profession? You mentioned you were with work of a client. What does that mean, etc., etc. So a lot of people have asked me this question as to what my day-to-day work is. But essentially, me and my husband run this wedding website called wedmegood.com. Again, I'll link it below. What that website really is that you can go there and find your makeup artist, your photographer, your decorator if you're getting married, all of it on one site. And then we have a really cool wedding blog going on alongside it called wedmegood.com/blog, where we cover real wedding stories and real brides, what they wore, what are the professionals they worked with, etc., etc., and just really cool ideas for planning your wedding. So on an everyday basis, a lot of my job is to ensure that the content on that website, which is the blog as well as the articles that go on there, are going on there every day. So that's one part of my work, is to ensure the content at wedmegood.com is going up every day. The other part of my work is obviously peachesandblush.com, which is my personal beauty and fashion blog. And then I also have a shopping service for NRIs, which is basically anybody who's coming down to India to shop for bridal wear, and they don't know where to go and they only have 2 to 3 days to shop. They need help kind of shortlisting which stores will give them the best outfits for their price range. I take them around to these shops and I help them shop for their bridal wear, and then when the lehengas get ready, I kind of pick them up and I ship them to them. So I know it sounds really cool, like, oh, you get paid to shop, but it's harder work than it sounds like. Especially in June when you used to roam around the streets of Chandni Chowk, it's not that much fun. But yeah, I enjoy all the stuff I'm involved with, and of course YouTube is, I guess, part of my work as well. What's your qualification? How did you get into blogging? Is this your full-time profession? My qualification is that I'm a master's in economics. I just got into blogging. So how I got into blogging, I think, is covered already in my last video, so I'll leave it at that. How much do you spend on a monthly basis on products, and how much do you spend for your daily skincare routine? I really don't spend that much money. I mean, I have certain staple items with me that, if they run out, I will go out and buy it. But it's not like every day I'm going and buying 5 new lipsticks or 5 new blushes. I think there are times where I go ahead and buy a lot of products, especially because I have to review them, or I want something new for myself. But I've gone over that phase where I'm going and buying new beauty products every day. The amount I spend is less than 2,000 rupees a month on makeup. Okay, so Yadu asks, how did you and your husband meet? I wish I had a very interesting story about this. I really don't. But basically, he and me were both interning at the same company in the marketing division of GlaxoSmithKline. So thank you, GSK, for introducing us in our internship. And the weird thing was that all the interns, they got their individual seats, but there was only like one pair of interns which had to share a computer and a desk, and it turned out to be me and my husband. And even, like halfway through our internship, the interns were all shuffled around and we were all given new seats. And again, the only pair of interns which had to share a computer and a desk turned out to be me and my husband. So that's kind of how it all started. And then it was a long distance relationship for about 4.5 years. I think we were together in the same city, maybe just 3 months. But he used to fly down every month or so from his college, or he used to take trains to come meet me every month. So that's kind of how everything started. And then we were together in Bombay for a little while in between. But yeah, essentially the start of everything was GlaxoSmithKline. So I think I need to owe them my marriage. Maybe I should go buy some jars of Horlicks to thank GSK for introducing me to my husband. So those are all the questions for this time. Again, I don't want to make it a huge video. I will take over all the other questions the next time I do this. So hope you guys like this video. If you did, then don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Bye.